test will Saturday be playing your first NFL game, and what do you want to show the coaches on Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, I think, it's just, you've been preparing all this time for a game like this, and obviously it's my first NFL game, and I think it's a big testament to, my preparation and kind of building up to this, and I've been tested in practice and all that type of stuff, so, I think it's huge for me to just go out and do my job and play hard. I think that's the biggest thing. You might mess up here and there, but how do you rebound from a mess up or something like that and just have a quick mindset to the next play and, just give it all you have all game?
Will you take a moment at all before kickoff Saturday to just kind of reflect on how far you've come since April and then just the way this journey has put you in this position?
Yeah, I won't, look too far back or anything like that. Obviously, I'll take a second. It's a pretty big moment for me, but it's just it's another football game at the end of the day. It's a little bit faster, stronger, and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you got to go out and perform and do your job. So that's the biggest thing for me is just living in the moment and doing what's best for right now.
The last time we talked to you, you had said that one of the things you're focusing in on is being able to, I guess, see and diagnose defenses a little bit better. Just wanted to clarify, like, the specifics of that and the things that you're kind of trying to focus on improving in that regard.
Yeah, no, for sure. There's just certain things that will get you in different calls. I don't want to be too specific, but I just, being able to see something and be like, that's not this type of look, it's this, or, I'm working with a guard here, or maybe, instead of working with a guard, it would be better to cut the defense off and work with the tight end here. Just certain things like that and be able to see that a lot quicker, and that will be able to make me play faster, and then it'll look way better on film as well.
How have you settled into just feeling like you belong, that, okay, I got a great chance to start my first year?
What do you mean by that? Sorry, like.
Well, we talked before, you were kind of surprised at how quickly you got elevated, and now, like, it's here, and they're kind of, it seems like they really have appreciated what you've been able to do to this point. Just believe in yourself going forward, like, okay, I'm ready right now.
Yeah, I know. I think the biggest thing is taking the reps each day, even against some of the best players, even like Robert Quinn, and just getting better every day and looking at those reps and taking as many reps as I can. That has kind of got me to the feeling of like, okay, let's go. We got to do this and stuff like that. So taking those reps against big-time players, I think, has helped me a little bit and to get ready for, running with the ones and stuff like that.
Can you give us any kind of a specific example of going up against Robert Quinn, like whether it's a good rep, bad rep, maybe a bad rep that then turned into a good rep because you learned something? Like, is there anything that stands out from those?
I think the biggest thing for me is just the quickness of it. Going against maybe a rookie, no offense to any of the rookies or anything like that, they're just not as quick to the point. He's really quick to the point. He's on you like that. So I think that's the biggest thing for me. It's might not even be win or loss. I think just getting used to that quickness and his reaction time is amazing. So I think that's one of the big things too.
I know you got to stay in the moment, right? It's the only way you get to where you came from to where you are right now in such a short period of time. But just being as intelligent and thoughtful as you are, do you have an appreciation for being at Southern Utah a few months ago and now literally being one of 32 starting left tackles in the National Football League?
Oh yeah, that's huge. I think that's big because coming from Southern Utah, not a lot of people make it out of there, and then being in the position I am, I'm beyond grateful. I'm just ecstatic to be here every day, and that's why I kind of take the approach when I come in here and talk to you guys. Just trying to get better every day. Trying to get more crisp every day and do anything I can to help the team. But yeah, I'd say the biggest thing is just being grateful to be here. Obviously, it's not easy to be here. Not everyone is here, but it is amazing, honestly.
Do you get any calls from former teammates back in Southern Utah or coaches like bro, you really went there and took over?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, obviously, I get some younger guys from Southern Utah, talking to me a little bit, and I think the thing for them is they just want to know really how fast it is, or, is it really that big of a difference? And I got to let them know. It's a pretty big difference. From FCS to the NFL, it's obviously a huge difference. Maybe, some FBS games in the SEC and stuff like that are maybe not the hugest difference, but I mean, it's a big difference when everyone's quicker, everyone's, faster, stronger, all that stuff. So I let them know. And then coaches are just, telling me to keep on going and, don't, feel the light and be like, oh, you made it or anything like that, which I never will. But that's the biggest thing coaches tell me is just, keep on doing it. You got, years to go. So.
How do you feel like you've adjusted so far in the NFL and adapted to the speed of the game?
I would say I've got a ways to go, but just understanding how fast it is actually, even with linebackers and all that type of stuff. Like I have a better understanding of how fast it is, but I could do a lot better job of implementing that into my game and stuff like that. And that's another thing too. It's not always going fast. It's kind of like you gotta hold space a little bit more. You can't just go fly out to anything because they're so quick. They'll come right in under you or something like that. You just gotta really it's a happy medium.
When you first started your practice battles against Robert Quinn, was there a moment of intimidation or awe or anything like that?
I wouldn't say intimidation, maybe awe, like, oh man, that was really, really quick, or that was a really good move or something like that. But, it's only gotten me better. I think, going up against him is obviously great for me, and to get me better every week will definitely help me. But, no intimidation, just straight like I was, the first time he hit me with his signature, so it's just like, oh, dang, that's for real, so that's about it.
Walking in Notre Dame and Alabama and Ohio State, and they just figure they're going to go to the pros, right? The top guys. When was it for you? Like, when did you realize, hey, the pros is a possibility, and a coach or something that told you, like, hey, you've got a chance?
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing for me was people always would say, like, hold that in their back pocket and would be like, if you keep on going, you could make it that far and stuff like that. But, I mean, I've told you guys this before. Like, my biggest thing was just making sure every day, like, I was doing something to get me to that point. And I realized probably, like, my junior, senior year, a little bit sophomore, get some talks about it, certain lists. You don't really mean anything until you actually get there. But that's kind of when I was like, this is, became set in stone. But it was always, once I got to that point, I was always going to work hard enough to give me the chance to be here. So.